Good morning. Today I'm doing part 5 of the party season foundations, looking to see which foundations will last throughout the night or during a long social occasion where it's going to be a bit hot, a bit heated, a bit humid. And this is particularly for people with very oily skin, which is something that I have. I am in my late 40s, but unfortunately, for some very strange reason, I still have very, very oily skin. So I find it a bit of a struggle to find foundations that will last more than 2 hours without oil breakthrough. So this is part of my challenge in finding foundations that will perform for me during the party season. Okay, so today I am checking out 2 products actually. The first product is the Illamasqua Skin Base foundation, like that one, and I've got this in the colour SB1515, and the other product I am trying out, which is by chance really, is the Illamasqua Hydra Veil primer, I think it's called. Yeah, it's called that. This product I actually got as a part of a beauty box by Look Fantastic. So it was in the December Look Fantastic beauty box, and that was a bit of a surprise. So I'll be testing out both of those products today. So I'm going to read a little bit of information about each product. So let's first start with the Illamasqua Hydra Veil. I'm hoping I'm saying the name right, so let's have a quick look, see what it says about it. Right, so yes, it is called the Hydra Veil, and it comes normally in a, what size pot? It doesn't say. It's in a pot bigger than this anyway. It costs normally in the UK £32. It's not on sale, which is interesting. I'm looking at the Illamasqua website at the moment, and lots of things are on sale on their site, 50%, 60%, 70% off. But the 2 products I'm testing today, they're not on sale. Okay, so this Hydra Veil is a part hydrator, part primer. Hydra Veil instantly hydrates and smooths skin through a self-leveling, futuristic clear gel. Futuristic. Okay. Microalgae, vitamin C and B3 work together to help maintain skin's hydration levels, creating a healthy-looking, balanced finish. Plant extracts also provide a calming and refreshing feeling, leaving skin fully prepped to apply your chosen foundation. Right, so yes, it normally comes in a 30ml 1 fluid ounce pot. And this is, I think this was, does it say? Yeah, this little pot is 6ml. So I'll be using that today. And the other product I'll be trying is the Skin Base foundation. So let's get the information on that. So it comes in 26 shades. I'm just going to lift my laptop up so you can see the range of colours. So that's all the lighter skin shades, the fair to the medium tan sort of shades. And then the darker shades are the ones lower down. So those are the darker shades down there. So there's about 4 or 5 colours there for sort of more darker skinned people. And I'm in shade 15. Okay, so what does it say about the product? Let's have a look. So our award-winning skin-based foundation in shade 15, which is my shade, is the go-to choice to create a flawless complexion every day. This lightweight, easily blendable foundation is suitable for most skin types and smooths, softens and conditions thanks to skin-boosting vitamin C and E. Tested in HD environments, this foundation also provides the ultimate skin realism effect, and with 26 shades to choose from, finding your perfect match has never been so easy. And it comes in a 30ml 1 fluid ounce container. Alright, so let's do this, shall we? So, let's do the primer first. So, let's get me a little mirror. Right. Okay, so not much, didn't get much in it. I've used it a couple of times already, but I haven't done a long wear on it. So this is going to be part of the test today really, because I have got oily skin. I've said this many times before, and normally what happens with me, any foundation I'll wear, if it's just a normal foundation for normal combination skin, oil breaks through normally within 2 hours. 4 hours I'm normally an oily slick. So I'm really looking for a foundation for when it comes to social occasions. I'm looking for a foundation that can give me good oil control for at least 6 hours. It might not completely leave me mattified, but if it can give me just a little bit of a dewy look by the 6 hour point, I'll be happy with that. Okay, so let's put this Hydra Veil on. I've already cleansed my face, obviously, and I've moisturised it with my normal moisturiser, which is the Lancome Energy de Vie. Just put a bit more of this on. It actually feels quite cool. Apply it to my face. And I can see why they say it's hydrating. I can feel that it's very wet, not the normal silicone based primers I normally use. So let's apply this. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to apply my concealers, primer, concealers, foundation on first, and then the rest of the makeup I'll either do off camera or I will speed through the application. And the rest of my colour makeup I'll be doing either off camera or I'll do really quickly, zoom through. The colour makeup I'm applying today is actually a gift I got for Christmas, and it's the Estee Lauder, it's like a gift packaging set called, what was it called, 46 Hot Shades, and it consisted of eyeshadows, lipsticks, blushes. What else did it have? Yeah, oh, it had an eye pencil, had a kind of liquid lipstick and a lip gloss. I'm not quite sure if it was a lip gloss and liquid lipsticks. I haven't actually tried them as yet. But it had quite a few things. It's supposedly the most popular colours Estee Lauder have produced this year, the best-selling ones. So I'll be trying that on, and that'll be my colour makeup application today. And I'll be doing that as a separate video. So if you do want to see that, please, I'll put the details above there somewhere, and I'll do a link down below as well. Okay, right, so that's my concealer. The concealer I use, I should have said, is the Nars Creamy Radiance, and it's in colour Dark 1. So that's that. Now I'm going to do my LA Girl Pro Conceal Corrector, and this is in the orange colour. I have got darker skin down here, which is quite normal for people of darker skin colours. So I'm just going to be trying to just even it out in these areas before I put the foundation on. So I may have a two-tone face for a bit, but it's all part of giving it an even base, supposedly. So I've just applied one layer on both sides, so I'm going to do one more layer to cover the whole of my face, and hopefully that will cover my blemishes. I don't want to put too much on because I don't know if it's going to, I mean, I'm assuming it's a little bit buildable, but the whole idea is supposed to be a skin finish, so not sure how heavy or how much coverage it's going to be, but I'm sure I can give or obtain a medium coverage. Should be able to. Okay, so that's what I'd call 2 layers, so 2 squirts on my blender, and I think that looks okay. It's giving a, I'd say, a natural look. It's yeah, it's a natural finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy. Oily skin and dewy don't really go together. I think that looks okay. So I'm going to see how this settles down, and I'm going to do the rest of the makeup now. Time now is, oops, get rid of that message. It's now 10 to 12. My intention is to come back later in the day, do an update. I want to wear this for about 6 to 8 hours just to see how it performs. So I'll try and do at least one update, and then I'll come back at the end of the day and give you my thoughts on how this foundation performed. The things I'm looking at every time I test a foundation is, one, the shade selection. So we've kind of done that already, which is fairly okay. I'm looking at the oil control to see how well it controls oil for how many hours. So I'm looking for 4 hours worth of oil control. I'm looking at performance, so really the overall integrity. So does the foundation split, does it separate, does it melt on my face? And I'll also be looking to see if it transfers, because obviously, you know, if you're going to a social occasion, there might be some dancing with the opposite sex, or whatever you prefer. It might mean you're getting up and close and personal to anybody, and if you're going to be getting close to someone who has got lighter clothing on, the last thing you want is your foundation to smudge onto a white or cream shirt or top or blouse. Even if you're just doing a side to side kiss, you don't want to see your makeup on anybody else's face or their clothing. So those are the things I'll be testing for. Okay, so I'm going to finish my makeup, come back to you, and then we'll do the updates throughout the day. See you in a bit. Okay, so this is my finished look. I've put on all my makeup. The colour I used was from an Estee Lauder gift set. I've done a separate video about the colours I've used. So time now is, I think it's after 12 now. Finished look. Finished time is, let's get rid of that. Yeah, time now is 12:25. So finished makeup. I will come back and do an update probably in about 3-4 hours, because that's usually my test to see how the oil's breaking through. If the oil starts to break through before that, I will come back and update you. So my intention is to do one update during the day, then I'll come back later on this evening after 6 to 8 hours and give you my thoughts on how this foundation has performed. Okay, so I will see you later. Take care, have a good day. Bye. Good afternoon. So I'm back to do my midday update on how the foundations are doing. So if you remember, the products I'm testing today were Illamasqua products. So they were the Hydra Veil primer and the Illamasqua Skin Base foundation in number 15. So for me, because I have very, very oily skin, I really wanted to test to see how this foundation would do, particularly with oil breakthrough. Because I have got oily skin, the time when I can really tell how well the foundation is going to do is usually at the 4-hour mark. 2 hours is what I normally expect from a normal foundation, and those foundations that promise long wear, I expect them to be able to just hold back on my oil breakthrough for a good 4 to 6 hours. So I'm at the 4-hour mark here. The time now is just after 3:10. So yeah, we're just 10 minutes shy of the 4-hour mark, and we can have a quick examination of how the products are doing. So I haven't blotted yet. I have been in and out of the house today, so I had to go to family members, so driving around, seeing people coming back. I've done some cooking, making turkey soup and sort of lunch and the usual sort of things I had to do. And so I have been in a hot, steamy environment, talking, chatting. I've had a couple of glasses of wine already. So how are we doing? I am actually quite pleased with this. I can't see anything that I'm worried about at all. Not enough for me to blot. So let's have a quick look. So no oil breakthrough. Maybe a little bit shiny, sort of on my upper cheeks and my nose area. So this might be the area that's going to start breaking through soon. Nothing on my chin. You can still see a little bit of the highlighter I put on. My contouring wasn't great, was it? I'm just looking at it now. It's not the most blended of contours. Could have been better. My forehead is actually very dry, so maybe I'm going for a drier skin spell for me, because there's nothing up here at all. But yeah, I've got nothing to complain about at all, so I'm actually quite pleased with this. So 4 hours in, no issues. I haven't blotted yet, so all good. So my aim is to come back to you hopefully in the next 3 to 4 hours, because I really wanted to give this a good 8-hour test today just to see how this works, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. Sorry, I've got a bit of hair in my mouth here. I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on how I felt this foundation and the primer has performed, and then see if it's going to be something that's suitable for our New Year celebrations that are coming up. Okay, so I will see you later. Take care. Bye. Good evening. I'm now going to do my final review and my thoughts on the 2 products I was testing today. So the 2 products I was testing was by Illamasqua, and they were the Hydra Veil primer, which looks like that, and the Skin Base foundation in number 15. Okay, so these are the 2 things I was testing. I put the products on about 11, I think it was about 11:20 if I remember correctly, and the time now is now 8:40, so it has been a good 9 hours, nearly 9 hours, yeah, about 8.5 hours I've been wearing the products for all day. So the things I'm going to be testing for, and what I was looking for, was how the foundation would perform during party season, you know, when you're going out, you're mingling with people and you're socialising. So I was looking at oil control, I was looking at performance, and I was looking to see if it transfers. So when I'm looking at oil control, what I normally find is that any product that says it's long wearing, they tend to only last about 4 hours on me before the oil breaks through. And what I found with this foundation today, even though it doesn't advertise itself as a long wearing mattifying foundation, when I did my update earlier on today, which was after 3 o'clock, so I think I'd have been wearing it for 4 hours by that point, when I was wearing the foundation then and did the test, it was still looking very good. It was had a really nice neutral natural finish, so I was actually quite pleased with how it looked at that point. What I noticed though is that the oil started to break through. It was about after 5 o'clock, so at that point we're looking at about 6 hours, and the oil started to break through. And I did do a blot using just a paper tissue, and just around my T-zone, so my forehead and my nose area. So I did do a blot then, and obviously I need to do a blot again because you can see it's still very shiny on my face. So I'm going to get a bit of tissue here, and I'm just going to do a quick blot to see. Right. Okay, yeah, I can see the oil on my face, on my tissue there. So there you go. So yeah, so the oil did come through. So I think on oil control, considering it's been 9 hours, let's have a quick look in the mirror, see how it looks after I've patted down my face. Okay, it looks better after I've patted down, but I can see the foundation has faded a bit. So I would say for oil control, for very oily skin, I would say I would give this product a score of 8 out of 10. I think that's fairly reasonable. I'm going to look at performance now. So when I look at performance, I'm looking at if the foundation separates, if it melts, if it gathers in any particular areas, or if it fades. So looking in the mirror, my mirror says that it has faded, so it's faded a little bit on my forehead. There's a whole lot of mess going on here on the side of my face, and I actually think that's not so much the foundation. I think that was me and my contour that I applied earlier on today. I used a Makeup Geek contour today, and I don't think I blended it in very well, so it looks kind of really messy and horrible around here. So that's more me rather than the foundation, I'd say. So it has faded onto my nose pads, which is to be expected. but I can still see it on my face. It's not patchy, it's just faded in areas. I mean, it's a fairly even fade on my forehead. Yeah, and around my cheeks a little bit. So it's what I'd expect for a normal foundation that's not claiming it's long wearing or mattifying. So I'm going to give this foundation, again, this is based on very oily skin, not people who have got dry, normal or even combination skin. This is very oily skin. I'm going to give this foundation on performance, I'm going to give it a 7. I think that's fair. And for transfer, well, I've just blotted it just now, and that's what came out on the tissue just there. Hope you can see that. Okay, so that's a mixture of oil and foundation, and that's something to think about. If you're going out on a social occasion, you're bound to be kissing people on their cheeks, you know, doing all that nonsense. If you're going to be dancing with anybody, you might be getting very close to them, and if they're wearing light clothing, your face might rub off on their clothing, and you don't really want to embarrass them and yourself by leaving a brown stain on their clothing. So it's something to think about when it comes to transfer. So this obviously does transfer, especially after several hours. I'm going to give this out of 10. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 for the way how it transfers, because it does transfer. I think if you've got dry to normal combination skin, I think this foundation is fantastic. It'll be really, really good for you, and you'll enjoy wearing it because it gives a good medium coverage. That's if you're not into sort of heavy makeup or heavy full face, full coverage makeup. It gives a nice natural finish. It covers everything. And it's fairly long wearing because, no, oily skin people, we can't compare to everybody else. It gives a good natural coverage. Wouldn't really complain. Whether I would wear this foundation in the summer is another matter, because in the summer it's hot, it's humid. I think this would suffer quite a bit. So I'm not sure I would wear this foundation. Again, this is based on an oily person. I don't think I would wear this in the summer. I think this is strictly an autumn, winter foundation to wear. Oily people, I think what we'd need to consider if you're going to wear this foundation, because as I said, the colour was a great colour and it was a lovely finish, but you will need to think about your primer. So a good moisturiser, a good primer that is mattifying. So products like the Becca Ever Matte Poreless primer, the Hourglass Veil, what else is there? Makeup Forever, the Step 1 one in the black tube, the Benefits Matte Rescue, that's a good one as well. And what's the other one I'm thinking of? Smashbox, they do a good silicone based mattifying primer as well. So those kind of silicone based primers I think would be really good. You'll also need to think about your setting powders, so good setting powders again, and your setting spray. And don't forget your blotting papers or mattifying powders. So these are things that oily skin people will need to wear and to consider if you want to enjoy wearing this foundation. I do like it. I mean, it's a very good product. It is a high-end product. Would I repurchase it again? I'm not sure that I would. It's something I would think about. And would I wear it out to a social occasion? No, I don't think I'd wear it out on a social occasion. Definitely not for New Year's. I've got better foundations that I know will give me a good performance. And that one, great for day wear, I'd say, in the winter. But not for a nighttime going out, dancing, socialising. No, not for me. I wouldn't wear that one then. So those are my thoughts on the foundation. I don't know, you tell me, have you worn this foundation? Do you wear it? How does it wear for you? Do you like it? Does it perform well for you? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this review and the demonstration, please don't forget to give me a like. Obviously that encourages me. And you know, this is unfortunately all YouTubers, we need our likes now. So if you can give me a like, that'll be great. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and click on the notification little bell button down below, and then you'll know when I do a new upload. Alright, so I hope that was useful. I'm going to try and do another video again this week before the new year, but if you don't if we don't communicate before New Year's, I am going to wish you a happy new year, a happy, healthy and prosperous new year, and we will see each other in 2017. Take care and thank you for watching. Bye.